the girl's agonized screams, she was torn in half alive. The male lead and his first love were so frightened that they collapsed to the ground, paralyzed with fear. This time it was the girl's turn, and the male lead threw himself in front of his first love to protect her. This brave act instantly excited the four puppets. The game began, with the eerie singing still continuing. As the game was about to end, the male lead appeared extremely terrified, but at the last moment, he accurately stated the puppet's name. Obviously, the male lead answered correctly. He then took out his phone and showed it to the puppets. It turned out that the male lead had previously recorded the puppets' voices, tricking the puppet on the left into speaking, which allowed him to identify the puppet behind him. The two of them successfully passed the challenge and joined the other survivors from the other rooms. Everyone arrived in a world of ice and snow, where a big white bear slid over on a skateboard and appeared before them. This round is very simple. Players just need to answer the polar bear's questions honestly to pass. The first question is... Each player answered very seriously, but the polar bear started a countdown. Everyone panicked. How could someone lie on such a question? They randomly picked the person who seemed most like a liar, and the polar bear smashed him into a pulp with one punch. The second question. Both of the girls present, including Mitsui, chose like, but the polar bear still said someone was lying. It told everyone, there is already a traitor among you, and this traitor keeps lying. So who could this person be? Amid the argument, the protagonist's first love was once again made the scapegoat. The protagonist watched helplessly as the girl was killed by a punch from the polar bear, but it was her death that actually reminded him that the one who was lying was the polar bear itself. The polar bear was stained with the first love's blood, which melted away its surface disguise. It turned out to be a big black-hearted bear. By seeing through the trick, they passed another round. The remaining 5 people were transported to an abandoned castle, where they would face the final showdown. The castle gate slowly opened, revealing a Russian nesting doll, its face marked by the passage of time. The way it walked was adorably clumsy, but in this situation, it appeared especially eerie. The nesting doll moved toward the group little by little. 1 became 2, 2 became 3. The rules for this round were even simpler. Out of the 5, 1 would be it, while the other 4 hid in a game of hide and seek. As long as it caught 3 people, they would win. Who would be it was decided by drawing lots. After speaking, 5 bamboo sticks were spat out from the nesting doll's mouth. Mitsui drew the bamboo stick with the red mark. Among the 5, he was not only the strongest physically, but also one of the smartest. Everyone hurried to escape. Mitsui charged straight at the nesting doll and kicked it away. He took the jar off and placed it in the designated spot, which was equivalent to instantly finishing the countdown. As a result, 2 players who were still nearby were immediately caught by Mitsui. Now, only the male lead and the female lead were left. The female lead observed Mitsui through the window, but unexpectedly, Mitsui spotted her instead, and the male lead was hiding together with her. To protect the male lead, she took the initiative and was caught by Mitsui. Now, only the male lead could save everyone, but Mitsui said he had no intention of catching the male lead at all. He just wanted to wait together until sunset, when the game would end, so the 2 of them could both become children of God. At this moment, the male lead appeared wearing armor, which not only prevented Mitsui from seeing his face, but also protected him from the explosion caused by kicking the can. However, the armor was too bulky, and as long as Mitsui lifted the male lead's helmet, the game would be over. As Mitsui closed in step by step, the male lead retreated to the edge of the moat and his helmet was taken off. Just as Mitsui was about to step on the can to end the game, he realized he had been tricked. The male lead had tightly chained him up, with the other end of the chain attached to the heavy armor. He jumped into the moat, then slipped out of the armor like shedding a shell, using the heavy armor to restrain Mitsui. Encouraged by the female lead, the male lead charged toward the can with all his might. He successfully kicked the can, ending the game, but the can didn't explode. All the players were still alive. It turned out the final game was just a joke. Having survived the ordeal, everyone felt both resentment and relief. Matryoshka thoughtfully handed out popsicles to everyone as a reward. The group ate their popsicles while reflecting on what had happened. At that moment, the male lead suddenly noticed that there were words written on his popsicle: survive. Mitsui also got the word survive, while the other 3 had death written on theirs. This was the real final round. The female lead and the other 2 were mercilessly disintegrated, while the male lead and Mitsui stood atop a giant Rubik's Cube, ultimately becoming the chosen ones above all others. Meanwhile, in another corner of the world, the mastermind finally appears. What kind of story will unfold next? Follow Kiwi for more exciting movies. See you next time.